All right, so today we're going to do a deep dive into Zlatan Ibrahimović.
Oh, yeah.
I think most people know the name, even if they don't follow football.
Definitely, yeah. He's a larger-than-life character.
For sure. So to help us with this deep dive, we've got excerpts from his autobiography, I Am Zlatan. Some recent articles about his career and, his personality.
A lot to unpack.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack.
It's interesting because his story, it's almost like a paradox, right?
Okay.
He comes from very humble beginnings, but he carries himself with this, larger-than-life aura.
Right.
He's achieved incredible success, but he often courts controversy.
Yeah, for
And
him.
it's that constant tension that makes him so captivating, I think.
Right. So let's start then with his upbringing.
Okay.
Rosengård, Sweden.
Yeah.
I'm picturing, a kid navigating a tough environment, son of immigrants, and already developing that, Zlatan doesn't back down attitude.
It's true. Those early experiences were very crucial to shaping him.
Yeah.
Imagine almost quitting football at 15 to work at the docks.
Oh,
That turning point, right?
Yeah.
That decision to stick with it. It's like a sliding doors moment for football history.
totally. And that's where we start to see the Zlatan way emerge.
Yeah.
Right? Like that unwavering self-belief, the audacity to say Zlatan doesn't do auditions.
Oh, yeah. One of the best quotes.
When Arsene Wenger offers him a trial at Arsenal.
I mean, that quote is more than just bravado, right? It's
Yeah.
a window into his...
Like the clubs, it's how he played the game, right?
Right.
That blend of raw talent and pure audacity on the pitch.
Exactly. Think about his time at Ajax.
Okay.
A club known for its technical, almost artistic approach to football. Zlatan, with his powerful physique and audacious style, he stood out. It's like he was challenging the very definition of what an Ajax player should be.
Yeah, and that seems to be a pattern throughout his career.
Right, totally.
He pushes boundaries, whether it's on the pitch or in the headlines.
Definitely. We have to talk about the controversies.
Oh, yeah, we have to.
The locker room fight with Uguchi Onyewu.
Oh, yeah.
The very public feud with Pep Guardiola at Barcelona.
Right.
These incidents, they're not just tabloid fodder.
No.
They reveal, I think, a key aspect of his personality.
Go.
A relentless drive to be the best, even if it means clashing with others.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the quote comparing himself to a Ferrari being driven like a Fiat under Guardiola?
Oh, yeah. Classic Zlatan.
Classic Zlatan. And who can forget his response to a question about what he got his wife for her birthday?
Oh, yeah.
Nothing. She already has a lot on.
You can almost hear the smirk
Yeah, right.
when you read that.
Those quips, that swagger.
Yeah.
It's all part of the Zlatan package.
Right.
And, it's divisive.
Sure.
Some see it as arrogance, others as confidence.
Right.
But one thing's for sure, it's a key part of his appeal. It's what makes him stand out in a world of, carefully managed athlete personas.
So we've got this incredibly talented footballer,
Right.
this massive personality.
Yeah.
But there's another layer to Zlatan that I find really intriguing. He's a polyglot,
That's right.
fluent in 5 languages.
Yeah, it's often overlooked.
Yeah.
But think about the advantage that gives him, right?
Totally.
Moving to new countries, connecting with teammates and fans, understanding different cultures on a deeper level.
For sure.
It's not just about communication. It's about building relationships and adapting to new environments.
Which he clearly did, racking up league titles in 4 different countries. But there's one major trophy that has eluded him,
Yeah.
the Champions League.
And that's a fascinating point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because even with all of his individual brilliance and team success, that missing Champions League title, it continues to fuel him.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that even Zlatan can't conquer everything. And perhaps that fuels his drive even further.
Yeah, it's interesting how that hunger for the Champions League shaped some of his career choices.
Yeah.
Like when he moved to Barcelona in 2009.
Oh, yeah, that was a big one.
Huge. On paper, it was like a dream pairing, right?
Yeah.
Zlatan, the unstoppable force, joining Pep Guardiola's revolutionary Barcelona side.
Yeah, you think, how could that go wrong?
Exactly. But it kind of did.
It did.
It turned into a clash of titans, right?
For sure.
2 strong personalities with very different philosophies.
Right.
You've got Guardiola, the master tactician, focused on team cohesion and methodical play. And then you have Zlatan,
Right.
the individual brilliance,
Yeah.
the instinctual genius.
It's almost like oil and water, right?
Yeah. And it created this fascinating tension.
Yeah.
Zlatan, accustomed to being the focal point, he felt stifled by Guardiola's system.
Yeah.
That, quote, you bought a Ferrari, but you drive it like a Fiat.
Oh, yeah.
Classic Zlatan. But it also speaks to his frustration, right?
Okay.
He felt underutilized. His talents not fully appreciated.
So even Zlatan has to adapt.
to navigate these different systems and personalities.
Yeah.
And after Barcelona, it's back to familiar territory, Serie A. But this time with AC Milan.
Yeah, and it's a triumphant return. He leads them to a Serie A title.
Wow.
Becoming one of the few players to win the league with both Milan clubs.
It's pretty rare.
Yeah, and this is where we see another side of Zlatan, right? The leader, the veteran presence guiding a younger generation.
That's true.
And then comes a move that surprised many Paris Saint-Germain in 2012.
PSG. Yeah, that was a big one.
This was a club on the rise, fueled by big ambitions, even bigger spending.
Right.
And Zlatan was the perfect signing for them, a global superstar, a proven winner. He was brought in to elevate PSG to the next level.
And he did.
Oh, yeah. He delivered 4 consecutive League One titles, a record-breaking goal tally.
Wow.
He transformed PSG into a European powerhouse.
But even in Paris, those flashes of Zlatan were never far away, right?
Oh, of course not.
The infamous Farmers League comment referring to League One.
Yeah.
And, of course, the self-proclaimed God statement after a hat trick.
I mean, come on, it's Zlatan we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's almost like he needs that edge, right? That element of controversy.
Yeah.
It's part of what makes him so captivating. He's not just playing the game, he's playing with our perceptions.
Right. Keeping us guessing, keeping us entertained.
Okay, so then 2016, a move that many thought impossible.
Oh, yeah.
Zlatan Ibrahimović in the Premier League at Manchester United under the management of Jose Mourinho.
Talk about a clash of personalities.
Mm-hmm. Really? Wow.
But it worked, at least for a while.
It did.
Zlatan at 34 years old, proving he could still compete at the highest level, scoring goals, winning trophies.
Right.
It was a reminder that age is just a number, especially when you have that Zlatan mentality.
But then comes the knee injury, a serious one in 2017, and a lot of people thought that was it. The end of Zlatan's incredible run.
But this is where we see that resilience, that unwillingness to back down, right?
Yeah.
He recovers, rehabs, and in 2018 signs for LA Galaxy.
A new challenge, a new chapter, but the same Zlatan.
Those LA Galaxy years were something else.
Weren't they?
The audacious goals, the Hollywood lifestyle,
Yeah.
and of course the unforgettable lion quote upon his arrival.
Classic.
He was larger than life, even in a city known for its larger-than-life personalities.
He embraced the American spotlight, but he never lost sight of his goals.
Right.
And after 2 seasons, the pull of Europe, the desire to compete at the top level, it brought him back to AC Milan.
Okay.
A club he clearly has a deep connection with.
He does, and once again defies expectations.
Right.
He helps them qualify for the Champions League. Contributes to their Serie A title win in 2022, becoming the oldest player to score 50 goals in the league.
Remarkable.
It is remarkable, even for someone like Zlatan.
It really is. He was almost 40 years old at that point.
Yeah, is he?
And it's a testament to his work ethic, his discipline, his dedication to staying at the top of his game.
So we followed Zlatan's journey through these incredible highs and lows, the trophies, the controversies, the sheer force of personality. But let's shift gears a bit.
Okay.
And talk about what lies beyond the football pitch.
Yeah, because there's more to Zlatan than just goals and headlines.
Right.
He's built a brand, a business empire, a legacy that extends far beyond the sport, and that's what we'll explore next.
Okay, so we've talked about Zlatan the footballer, the icon, the lightning rod for controversy.
Right.
But what about Zlatan, the entrepreneur?
Oh, yeah.
The man behind the persona.
It is interesting, right, how he's managed to build this global brand that's not just about athletic achievement.
Right.
It's about attitude, self-belief, and pushing boundaries, like his clothing line, AZ.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just sportswear. It's a statement and embodiment of his, dare to be different philosophy.
Totally. And his autobiography, I Am Zlatan.
Yeah.
It became a bestseller, right? People want to understand his mindset, his journey from Rosengård to global stardom.
Yeah, it's almost like a self-help book disguised as a sports memoir.
Yeah.
And it's brutally honest, too. He doesn't shy away from the controversies, the clashes with managers and teammates.
Right.
He owns his flaws, his ego, and that's part of what makes it so compelling. Yeah. It's authentic, unfiltered Zlatan.
But amidst all the bravado, you also see glimpses of a softer side.
Yeah.
Especially when he talks about his family.
Right.
His wife, Helena, and his 2 sons. They're his anchor, his grounding force. He's fiercely protective of them, often crediting Helena for keeping him balanced amidst the chaos of his career.
There's a real sense of loyalty and gratitude there. A recognition that his success isn't just about individual talent.
Right.
It's about the people who support him, who provide stability and perspective.
For sure.
And that's something we often forget about these larger-than-life figures.
Yeah.
They're human, too, with families and vulnerabilities.
And he's also using his platform to give back.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We talked about his multilingualism earlier, but it goes beyond just speaking the languages. He's involved in charitable initiatives in both Bosnia and Croatia, supporting underprivileged children and promoting education.
That connection to his heritage is important.
Yeah.
He's never forgotten where he came from, and he's actively using his influence to make a difference in those communities.
Right. So it adds another layer to his persona,
Effing
a sense of responsibility and social awareness.
For sure.
So we've explored Zlatan, the footballer, the brand, the philanthropist, the family man.
Mm-hmm.
It's a complex picture full of contradictions and complexities.
And that's what makes him so fascinating. He doesn't fit neatly into any box.
No, he doesn't.
He's arrogant and compassionate-driven and playful. He's a global icon, but he's also a product of his environment.
Right.
Shaped by the challenges he faced growing up in Rosengård.
He's defied expectations at every turn, proving that talent and self-belief can take you far.
Yeah.
But that it's also important to stay grounded, to remember your roots, and to use your platform for good.
And as he moves into this next chapter, beyond professional football, it'll be interesting to see how he evolves.
Yeah, what do you think?
Will he stay involved in the sport? Will he focus on his business ventures? Or will he surprise us all with something completely unexpected?
I mean, one thing's for sure, we haven't heard the last of Zlatan Ibrahimović.
We've definitely not.
He's a force of nature, and he's sure to keep us entertained, challenged, and perhaps even inspired for years to come.
So after this deep dive, what stands out to you?
Yeah, I'm curious to hear.
How has your perception of Zlatan changed? Do you appreciate his achievements more? Do you understand his controversies better? Or are you simply left with more questions than answers?
It's really interesting to think about, right?
Yeah.
I hope this deep dive has given you a more nuanced understanding of this complex and captivating figure.
And maybe it's inspired you to embrace your own Zlatan way.
Oh, I like that.
To believe in yourself, to push boundaries, and to never, ever back down from a challenge.